What's up everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be building the best camp setup using the tow dolly. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. Ooh, looks like today is going to be a fantastic day to go camping. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video. I just finished watching the news and the weather is going to be phenomenal. So you know what that means. We are going to go camping. And this isn't going to be a normal camping video. We're going to be doing a completely new setup. So before I continue to make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe, and let's begin with the video. I hope you guys are really excited. If we open up my garage, I should have my camper in here. Yeah, we've got the big camper over here. If you guys didn't know, this camper costs around 6 figures, like around $90,000 to $100,000, so it's quite the money. Just a little flex. But anyways, we're gonna be taking our truck. We are not gonna be taking the Mustang today. I know, me too. And before we head over to our camping spot, we need to go pick up the new trailer because we will be using it as part of our new setup. So let me turn on my truck. Let me actually close this. All right, there we go. I was able to use my controller, and now we can start making our way over to the trailer shop. Once we have picked up the trailer, we're gonna head over to my friend's house and borrow his off-roading truck. So we've got quite the day planned, so we have to make sure we are not taking too long with this. Before it is afternoon, I want to make sure I have everything set up. So let's make a turn right here. I already made sure that the road is clear, so let's keep on driving over to the trailer store and let's pick up this new trailer and then head over to my friend's house so we can pick up his off-roading truck. Dude, he has a super cool off-roading truck. It's like I believe it's called a TRX, a Ram TRX. It's super cool. I can't wait till you guys see it. So we're here at the trailer store. Let me back up and get this truck connected to the trailer, just like so. Oh, kind of missed it a little bit. There we go. We've got the truck finally connected with the trailer, and he actually lives over on this side. So let's make a right turn and let's continue driving down until we see his home. And oh, there it is. He lives right there actually. So let me pull in right here. Well, I'm not gonna pull into his garage. I'm gonna park right here. I'm gonna turn off my car, put that in park, and let's throw these down. What is this called? Ramps? I think they're called ramps. And then let's tilt the pan just like so. Perfect. Let me hop in his TRX, and I promise you, this is his truck. I'm not stealing anyone's car. Anyways, let's turn this bad boy on and let's get this thing loaded on the trailers. Let me back up a little bit. All right, and now let's get the front wheels placed on top of the trailer. You guys see right here. All right, let's carefully do this. I'm gonna try to be very careful, and let me see. Yeah, I need to be parked right here, so I need to get a little bit closer. Oh, that is a little bit too much. There we go. I think that is perfect. Let me turn off the truck. And awesome. I think I don't know why it's shaking. Okay, good. Whew, that kind of scared me. Let me hop into the truck. Well, actually, before I do, I want to make sure everything is secured and safe. I don't want this truck to be flying off into the road. So it looks like we are all good. And holy moly, look at the suspension of this thing. That is insane. All right, let's hop right back in our truck and let's start making our way back home so we can pick up our camper. Let's make a turn right here. I kind of lost control over there. Anyway, I need to drive a little bit more careful. All right, so we have a stop right here. Let's make sure that the road is clear. Let's make that turn. There we go. I had to turn off my emergency lights on. I don't know, for some reason they were on. All right, we are like a minute away from home, so let's start slowing down because we do have to make a stop and a right here. Make sure the road is clear. Blinkers. Yeah, for some reason every time when I turn, my wheels kind of slip. I don't know if it's because I have too much power or what it is. Let's see, how should we do this? All right, I have an idea. I'm gonna park right here just like so. So let me get this thing disconnected from my truck. Oh, there we go. For some reason it went, oh, my truck, I forgot to put it in the park. All right, so we're gonna leave that disconnected right here, and let's pick up the camper just like so. We got that thing connected, and now this might be the difficult part because we need to connect the camper with the trailer. So let's hope that this is not too difficult. I am going now on a limb and say that this is good. Hold on, let me put on my lights. Come on. There we go. All right, we've got the truck, the camper, and the new trailer with the truck on top connected successfully, so we can start making our way over to the campsite. And before I do, I want to make sure I close my garage just like so. All right, so we got that thing closed. I'm gonna hop into my truck and let's see, should we leave the Mustang out? I feel like just in case if it rains, I don't want this thing to get wet, so I'm gonna quickly throw this into my garage. Let's give it a cold start. There we go. And let's quickly back into the garage. I'm gonna park it right here, turn off the engine, and let's close the garage. Alright, so we got the garage closed. That means we can start making our way over to the campsite, and thankfully the campsite that I want to go at is not too far. It's actually pretty close, probably like it's less than a 10-minute drive. So let's make a right on this road right here. Alright, let's keep on driving down until we see the campsite. And oh wow, that was actually pretty fast. We've got the campsite right here, so let's start pulling in carefully, make sure that we don't mess up. Alright, I think we are in the clear. And before I get this thing parked up, I want to disconnect my trailer. I want to disconnect this part, and I want to move out of the way. So let's get back in the truck. We are going to park the camper right. Let's see, where is a good place? I think that's a good spot. I'm going to park it right here. Let me disconnect it first. There we go. We got that thing disconnected. And look at that, just in time. This thing got connected again. Alright, so I disconnected it again. So let me hop into my truck, and it looks like it's raining. Oh my goodness. So that means I need to turn on my lights. There we go. We've got our lights on. So let me get my truck connected to the trailer, because I do want to move this. I just don't want to leave it in the middle of the road, and I'm having quite the trouble here. Hold on, let me try this. And there we go. We got that thing connected. So let's get this parked around right. Let's see, right here. I think this is a good spot. Quickly disconnected. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my truck parked right here. Let me turn off my engine. There we go. And let's get this camper set up. We've got pretty much everything else set up. So all we need to do is put the stairs down, open the door, open our tarp. And now we need to open up every single pop out. So let's open up this piece, and this piece. All right, so we've got everything pretty much open. So let's turn on the lights. We've got everything set up. Oh, I forgot the TV. Look at this. Oh yeah. And I'm not sure if you guys have seen my entire camper, but I'll give you guys a quick setup. If we come over here, we've got the master bedroom, super nice and luxurious. We've got the bathroom, we've got the toilet, the shower, and then if we come over here to the living room, we've got, it's a mix of a kitchen and a seating area where you can eat your dinner and stuff like that. We've got TV, all that great stuff, a brand new Samsung fridge, and if you walk into this room, you'll be able to see more to have guests and other people sleep. So it's such a nice camper. It's definitely worth it if you're thinking about buying it. But let me actually check if it is still raining. Oh yeah, it's still pouring outside. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm thinking about going muddy. I think we should do that. Let's go and risk it. Yeah, I'm a little bit crazy. So let me tilt the pan so we can get this thing unloaded. Let me hop in the truck. Oh, that was close. That was very close. There we go. We've got the engine on. Let's turn on the lights and let's go mudding. And to be honest, I actually don't know if there's any mudding spots around here. So we are going to be looking for mudding spots together. I think there is some mudding spots right here. Look at this. I'm kind of nervous. I don't want to jump in. Should we jump in? Alright, you know what? Screw it. Let's jump in. Oh, it looks like our wheels are now muddy. Alright, now let's jump in. Let's jump in. Oh, yep. There goes our clean truck. One more time. Let's do one more run. Oh, that was close. That was super close. This thing is super good at mudding. Holy moly. I might need to buy one. You know what? Let's go get lost in the hills and see if there's any more mudding spots that we can drive through. So there seems to be a path right here. So let's obviously take it. So far, I don't see anything. I think that's mud. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna go a little bit off trail. Oh no, I thought it was mud. It's just a river. So let me get back up. But yeah, I do not see any mudding spots. I've been driving for a minute and I don't see anything. So I think I'm gonna start heading back because I don't want it to get any darker and I don't want to get lost. Apparently, don't quote me, I could be wrong, but there's Appalachian monsters up here. So yeah, kind of scary and I don't want to find out if that is true. Alright, we have finally found the road back to the campsite. Alright, so let's make a turn right here. There we go. And I should be able to see my camper right here. Alright, cool. I'm just going to leave the truck parked and then in the morning we'll have everything. Oh, look at me. I'm all muddy. Alright, so let me open up my camper. Let me close this. And since I am all muddy, I'm going to take a quick shower. I'll be right back. Alright, so I just finished taking a shower. I am now all clean and I'm gonna check if it's still raining. And oh no, never mind. It was a tarp. But since it is night, and make my way over to my bedroom and I'm gonna go to sleep. So I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, it's so bright in here. Let me turn off my light and I think it is morning now. So let me walk out and finally, the sun is so bright. Alright, since it is morning, it is time to start packing up everything and start making our way back home. We've got a lot of things to do, such as taking my friend's car to our car wash and then returning it and then taking all of our stuff back as well. So let's start making our way over there. Let me begin by putting the truck on the ramp. So let me hop in. But that was quite the trip. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun. fun. All right, so let me get this thing lifted. Now I can hop in my truck and start getting all of this connected. All right, let's grab this. There we go. And now can we get the camper connected? Dude, I am gonna be so skilled and impressed. No way. Dude, I am a professional. Alright, now we can start making our way over to the car wash so we can get my friend's car all cleaned up and then delivered. By the way, if you guys are still watching, big shout out to you guys. Make sure you guys smash the like button. It is free, so make sure you guys do that. Alrighty, so we've got the car wash right here. So let me slow down and let me get this quickly unloaded. Yeah, this thing is super dirty. Alright, so let me quickly run it through the car wash. There we go. We got the car wash completely cleaned. And you know what? My friend literally lives right here, so I might as well deliver it. Let me get this thing parked up just like so. Park, engine is off, and we've got his truck successfully delivered back. Alright, so let's get the rims folded. There we go. Let me tilt this back. Just like so, and I'm gonna quickly head over to the trailer shop so I can get this dropped off. I am a little bit crooked, but you know, I think that's fine. I don't think they'll get mad. Just gonna leave it right here. I mean, it's in its parking spot. I'm gonna start driving and I'll meet you guys back home. Home sweet home. Alright, you guys, so we are back home. I'm gonna quickly drop off my trailer. I mean my camper, not trailer. Let me get this disconnected. Let's just do this, park, and engine is off. There we go. Now we got the truck parked, and with that conclusion, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on to the next APM video. Peace. Good morning, everyone. What time is it? I am so tired. It looks like it's around, oh my goodness, the sun is so bright. So it looks like it's around 8 a.m. And what is that? Is that a new truck? I think that's a new truck. Hold on, let's go check this out. Oh my goodness, I've been waiting for this truck forever, but let me open up my door. And what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. As you guys can see, we are playing APM today. We're gonna be leaving today because we're gonna go on a small camping trip because we're gonna be taking the brand new truck, or I guess it's a revamp of my old truck. I'm not sure if you guys remember, I had a gray work truck that parked right next to my truck of the TRX, and they completely revamped it. We're gonna check it out right now. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. And let's begin. So as you guys can see, they also ended up doing this nice coat of black paint. Let me actually raise this because I really want to test this out. So kind of wobbly. Hopefully this thing does not fall, but let me hop in. Let me turn it on. Oh, it sounds pretty good. Whoa, the turbo sounds so good. Oh my goodness. All right, you know what, let me quickly park this thing so we can check this out. All right, so I'm gonna park it right here, turn off the engine, and I'm gonna quickly put this back down because I feel like it's kind of unsafe if I just leave it up. So I think that should be good. And look at this. Oh, look at the front grille, dude. There's like, it looks way more detailed. We still got our winch, and before we actually take a look at the interior, look at the back, dude. Hold on, let me open this up, dude. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure what this is called, but I know it's some type of like roll cage or something like that. It's like a roll cage, and then I think these are headaches. I could be wrong. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I was right. They are called headache racks. Pretty sick. Wait, is that the American flag? Oh yeah, that is super sick. So let's hop inside. Let's take a look. Oh my goodness, look at the leather seats. Oh my goodness, they're so soft. All right, how about the interior in the front? Oh yeah, this is super nice. So it looks like we have some options, and let's click on the cargo lights. Wait, what is that? Oh my goodness, it has lights in the back. On, off. Yo, that is freaking sick. And what about the cabin lights? Let's check out the cabin lights. Dude, yo, this update is a huge W. I really love this update. But enough of the yap. Let's actually start making, oh wait a minute, I didn't even close my tailgate. There we go. All right, let's make our way to the trailer store, which is going to be located right here. So let's make our way over there because we're going to pick up a camper, a small one, because this is going to be a small camping trip, mostly because I want to test out the camper. But this thing sounds pretty good. I'm not sure if you guys are able to hear. I might have to raise the volume a little bit, but look at the whole thing, dude. This is such an amazing truck. Now it used to look good. Now it looks way better. But let's try using the blinkers, and look at that, dude. The blinkers even look way better. But anyways, we are now back in the city. We're gonna make our right turn in this intersection so we can get this camper. I don't think I'm gonna be taking any ATV, so I'm not gonna go into the RP2 store and get any ramps. So I am gonna pull into here, and look, here it is. This is the tiny camper that we are going to be taking today. And if you guys don't believe me, let me show you guys how small this thing is. It is very tiny. It does even have curtains. Oh, it does. All right, so I guess it's not that bad. So we're gonna be taking this camper to the campsite. Let me just quickly turn around, quickly get this connected. just like so. And we are now connected. All right, let's start making our way to the campsite. Thankfully, it is not too far. I think it's going to be right on the corner of this dirt road right here. So let's start making our way over there so we can set up camp and explore the place. But I do have a question for you guys. Should I tint my windows? I feel like they're a little bit too clear. I wonder how it's gonna look if I tint them. You know what? Let me actually just check this out. I want to see how it looks. So let me just quickly pull over, turn on my emergency lights. Ooh, that looks so clean. And then if we go to paint, where is the windows? I'm not sure where the windows are. Oh, exterior. Okay, here they are. So if we add some transparency, ooh, look at that. Hold on, what if we just max it out? Oh, that's crazy. That is insane. I think I'm gonna keep it, you guys. Honestly, I think I'm gonna keep it. For some reason, I'm just a huge fan of tinted windows. But look at that. I think it looks way more meaner. But let's cross this bridge because we are halfway to the destination, or I guess the campsite. So let me turn on my blinkers just like so, and let's make a left turn. By the way, you can also add this roll cage in the back, I think, to almost all the trucks in APM. But here we are now at the campsite. I'm gonna turn right here and I'm gonna unload the camper. I'm gonna try not to hit the bench. So I think that should be good right here. And hold on, let me just make sure I'm good. You know what? I am very crooked. Oh my goodness, that was super bad. And ooh, look at that, dude. I am the goat at this game. So let me quickly disconnect it and move my truck out of the way. I'm not sure where I'm gonna park it. I'm probably just gonna park it on the left side right here. So let me quickly park this thing just like so. Oh, and I forgot to turn off the engine. And there we go. The engine is completely off. And look at this little setup, dude. This is amazing. I cannot get over how good this thing looks. Wait, let's put up the tarp and let me open the door. Let's see, what else can we do in here? I guess turn on the lights. We can turn on the light for sure. Yeah, what is this? Oh, it's a bathroom and it's got a nice window up there. All right, I think that is it for today. Let me actually walk outside and we're gonna quickly run over to the tool store because we're gonna go and pick up some ramps so we can throw an ATV in the back of our bed because it is quite boring. I thought there was gonna be some things to do, but yeah, there is nothing for us to do right now. So let me hop into my brand new truck and let's quickly make our way to the store. I'm gonna quickly show you guys that it's right here. For some reason, it doesn't have a logo. Alrighty, let's make a right turn right here. Oops, I might have hit that stop sign. Anyways, let's keep on driving and it looks like the tool store is right here. So let's quickly pull into the shop and I'm gonna quickly go in. So I'm not gonna park right now. I'm gonna open this just like so and let's see, which one should we grab? Okay, so I think it's gonna be this one. All right, it looks like we got the ramps. These things are super heavy. Hold on, let me squeeze through here and let me throw them in the back of our truck. There we go. So we got the ramps in the back of our pickup. Let me just close this just like so and let's go pick up an ATV, which is gonna be located, I think, right down here. I forgot the name of this store. What is this called? Oh, it's called the Implement Store. Oh my goodness, how did I forget this store? All right, so let me see where they are. I think they're gonna be in the garage. So let me go through the main entrance. Oh, I just crashed into the door. I might have to cut that out. That was super embarrassing, but let me go inside. Oh, I just did it again. There we go. Open and let's see. Ooh, what is this? Can we take this? Oh, is this a police ATV? I might have to borrow this. This is pretty cool. Let me see. It is a police ATV. Yo, this is pretty sick. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly borrow this, you guys. Who knows? Maybe I'll keep it. So let me close that. There we go. And where's my pickup? Oh, my pickup's all the way over there. Let me turn this thing on and I'm gonna pull down the tailgate so we can throw on the ramps. Let me just quickly grab the ramps. There we go. And let me quickly set this up. So I'm gonna place one right here and I'm gonna place the second one right there. Awesome. All right, so let me hop in my ATV and then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna place it carefully. Come on. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that was really perfect. Oh my goodness, I'm really this good at this game. All right. I gotta relax. All right, let me close the tailgate and oh, perfect. Yo, this is going better than I thought. Or maybe it's just because the back of this bed is huge. It is humongous. But anyways, we can make our way back to the camp, so I'll catch you guys over there. Alrighty, everyone, it looks like we are now at the campsite. We're gonna pull I'm gonna pull over and I'm gonna quickly unload this. Let me just grab the ramps and this thing is heavy. Let me place one right there and the second one right there. All right, let me get in the ATV so we can get this thing down. There we go. And I am going to leave this like this for now because we're gonna put the ATV back in a couple of hours. So for now, let's actually take a look at what is around here. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Please don't get stuck. That is not gonna be good if we get stuck. But this is a nice area. I wonder if there's any secrets around here. All right, let me go down this hill. Oh. We almost crashed into the tree. Let me turn on my headlights. It is super dark around here. Ooh, is this the end of the map? Yo, this is the end of the map. Wait, hold on. Yep, I cannot fall over. This is kind of spooky. You know what? I think I might have to head back to the campsite. I don't want to see if there's any ghosts because that would be very scary. But let's try to go up this hill right here. I think it's going to be pretty challenging. So let's try to do this. And oh no, look at this. The ATV is stuck, but we have good news. We did bring our new truck, so I think we're gonna be able to tow it with our winch. So let's quickly rescue our ATV. I'm gonna pull up the ramps and my tailgate, and let me quickly hop in my truck. We're gonna try to pull this ATV out of that mess. So where is the ATV? Okay, so the ATV is right down here. I'm gonna quickly kind of park like this. I'm gonna turn off the engine and I'm gonna try to grab the winch so we can pull it out of here. So let's see if it connects, and look, it connects. Awesome. All right, let's pull it. Let's see if this thing can retract. Hopefully my truck does not get pulled and it rolls down into the ocean, because that is going to be an expensive fix. So let's quickly retract it. Let's see if this works, and look at that, we are now saving our ATV. But I'm so thankful I brought this truck, because if I would have brought the TRX, it would not be able to save this ATV, because my TRX does not have this winch. But let me quickly, let's see, how can I do this? Let me quickly get on, and nope, it looks like it still is having trouble. All right, you know what, let me just pull my truck. There we go. Let's carefully pull this thing out of there. Awesome. All right, now we can disconnect it from the winch, just like so, and I'm gonna park my truck right back where it was. So you know what, let me just park it right here. I think this fits, and I'm gonna pull down the tailgate just like so, and we're gonna put the ramps, because we're gonna put the ATV back in there. Wait, is this thing muddy? Actually, it's not. It's still very clean. Let me hop in and let me get this thing on the back of our TRX. I mean, not TRX, of our Denali. I think it's a GMC Denali. I mean, if it's not, then you guys can correct me. But I'm gonna place this thing right here, maybe a little bit back. All right, nice. And let me pull up the ramps, 1 and 2. So let me, before I actually close the tailgate, let me just throw up the ramps and throw up the tailgate. And look at that, the sun seems to start to go down. So you guys know the drill, or if you guys are new, I always do a nice time lapse. So I'm gonna sit on the bench and play the time lapse. 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty everyone, it looks like it is now nighttime. I was kind of falling asleep, but let me open up my door just like so, and it is pouring outside. Oh my goodness, it is really bad outside. I might have to take a quick shower because of how much it's raining today. So I'm gonna quickly take a shower. There we go. Took a little quick shower, and since it is already nighttime, I might have to go to sleep. Let me just close the curtains and turn off my lights, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Ugh, dude, I cannot sleep. That was the worst sleep of my life. The rain continued to go throughout the entire night. Dude, I cannot wait to get out of here. And oh my goodness, the sun is so bright. Let me turn off my tarp and let's get out of here. I am done camping for today. So we're gonna go and return the camper right now. So let me turn around just like so, and let me get this connected, and there we go. We are now connected. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna step on the gas, and we are going to make our way towards the trailer store. I might even have to take another nap when I get home, because that bed is also very uncomfortable. It's not like the ones in my huge camper, which I've done multiple videos on. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but if so, make sure to check them out. But as you guys can see, we are now back in the city. So I'm gonna park it right here. So let me quickly do this. We're gonna get this thing parked right here, and let me quickly disconnect it. There we go, and let's start making our way back home. And here we go, home sweet home. Dude, I miss this place so much. All right, let me quickly back this thing up, and there we go. We brought the brand new Denali, which I think it really is a Denali GMC, and we also have our TRX right here. We have two brand new trucks in APM. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video, and today is a great day because we're gonna go camping on a frozen lake. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. I'm just walking out of my giant house, and let's jump into the video. So we have our work truck, and then we have our TRX. If you guys missed the last video, we ended up picking up this brand new truck. It is super cool, but we are not gonna be taking it to the camping trip because we're gonna be doing some off-roading, which means we're gonna have to be taking the TRX. So let me put my work truck in my garage, because before we actually head over to the campsite, we gotta take the ATV back to the police station because we actually ended up borrowing this thing. So I gotta go and return it. And okay, so let me actually pull in my truck because it's gonna end up snowing later this afternoon, and I don't want my new truck to get all dirty because look how clean this thing is. Oh my goodness. All right, let me actually close my garage door just like so, and let's see. Okay, so let me actually open up this ramp, and then let me throw on the ATV in the back of it. So let me just place it carefully just like so. Oh nope, I messed up. Hold on, let me try this again. All right, attempt number 2. This should work. If this does not work, I am the worst driver ever. And look at that, we managed to put it on our trailer. So let me put up the ramps just like so, and let's see, is it snowing yet? No, it's not. All right, so it looks like, let me actually check my phone. All right, so it looks like it's gonna start snowing in 2 hours, so let's be quick with this. We don't have too much time, so let me hop in my TRX, turn this thing on, and let me actually carefully connect it to the trailer just like so, and we can now head over to the police station so we can drop off their ATV that I borrowed. And as you guys can see, the police station is right here, so let's make our way over there. But I am a little bit nervous because it's gonna be my first time camping on a frozen lake. I'm not sure if you guys ever done that, but we're gonna be doing it today in this video, so I hope you guys are excited. Right now we are gonna drop off this ATV, and then we're gonna be able to head over to the frozen lake where the camper is already at. So it looks like the police station is going to be on our left side right here. So let me actually turn on my blinkers, and then let's make a turn, and then we're gonna make another turn. So let me turn on my blinkers once again, and let's pull into the police station. I'm not sure where to put this. I think I'm just gonna park it in the back, honestly. So let me do this. Let me turn around, and let me open up the door. Hold on, and there we go. We got the garage door open, and I'm not sure if I should back up. Should I back up? All right, you know what, let me just back up. I'm feeling a little bit lazy. All right, so let me carefully do this just like so, and there we go. All right, my truck is in park, and then let me throw down the ramps just like so, and then we can now just leave their ATV parked right here. And for those that don't know, this is actually a brand new ATV that the police have, but let me actually just show you guys how it looks with the lights on. So this is how it looks with the lights on. That is pretty sick. So let me turn that off, and let's start making our way to the trailer store so we can leave this trailer because it's also not mine. But let me move my truck a little bit forward so we can close this garage. There we go. And now we can start making our way to the trailer store so we can get rid of this trailer. And I think it's a little bit dirty. I might have to take it to the car wash first because look how muddy this thing is. I don't want them to give me a big fine for returning it super dirty. So let's quickly head over to the car wash. Where is the car wash? I remember the car wash being around here. Oh, there it is. All right, so let's quickly take it to the car wash. Let me actually see. All right, and come on, clean. There we go. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is like brand new. They're not gonna know that it was completely muddy. But anyways, let me jump back in, and let's see, where should we drop it off? I think I'm just gonna drop it off right here. All right, so let me just turn around, and oh my goodness, it looks like it is now snowing very hard. Oh my goodness, this is really, I might have to turn on my lights. There we go. Our lights are now on. Now let me just quickly drop this off. Come on, a little bit more, and there we go. Let me just quickly disconnect it just like so, and now we can make our way to the frozen lake that has the camper. So I think it's going to be right around, let's see, I actually don't know where it is. We might have to look for this, but I think I have an idea on where it's going to be. So let's step on it and let's drive super fast. I don't see it so far. Let me actually turn in onto this dirt road. I feel like it's gonna be around here. Do you guys see it? Because I do not see it at all. Hold on, let me turn around. It might have been the road down there. So let me turn right here, and let's see if we can find it. I feel like it's gonna be down on this side. There's another lake around here, so let's check this guy's property. We're gonna quickly go through here because we gotta go to the lake. Let me just follow the road, and look, do you guys see it? It's all the way right there in the distance. All right, so let me hop right in just like so, and let's start start making our way to the camper. Look at this lake. It is completely frozen. And as you guys can see, we have the giant camper right here. Let me just park my truck right here. I'm gonna turn it off and let's check inside. What? Do I need a key or something? It's not. Oh, there we go. All right, so let me go inside. Oh, it is so warm in here. It is super comfy. So there is a little room back here, kind of like a storage area. Another storage area right here, kind of not matching. This one's a little bit darker than the other one. We have a nice seating area, some like chairs, ooh, and a giant TV so I can watch my favorite football player lose. Anyways, here's my bedroom. As you guys can see, it is pretty fancy, and for some reason they don't have the lights anymore. I'm not sure if you guys remember that they had light strips kind of going across the roof. I think they removed it. I'm not a fan of it though. Anyways, let me open up the door because I feel like we should have some fun. I'm gonna show you guys some tricks, and oh my goodness, look how slippery it is. Oh my goodness, my shoes keep slipping hard. Let me get in the truck, and in order to do tricks, you gotta put your drivetrain to let's see, this is 4H, 2H, and there we go. So let's do this, and we just step on it, and look at that. We're doing like little donuts. Or you know what? I think it's gonna be better if I put this in manual mode. So let me change the transmission to manual mode, and there we go. Look at this. We are now doing donuts in the middle of the frozen lake. Yo, this is super sick. Look at this. I'm just going in circles. All right, let me see what else I can do around here. Oh, whoa. Oh my goodness, that could have been super bad. I almost ended up wrecking my entire truck. It is super hard to drive in the frozen lake. You guys have no idea. So it looks like this is the second section where people can camp and drive on the frozen lake. Oh my goodness, I think I'm getting better at this. Yo, I'm getting better at this. Look at this. I am Ken Block. Look at this. I'm not gonna lie, this is more fun than I thought. You know what, you guys? I wonder what would happen if someone were to drive like a supercar or a really fast car on the ice. I wonder how that would look. Well, it looks like we don't have to imagine because we can have a Corvette right here with the magic of editing. I was able to bring a Corvette from my friend's house so we can try this out. So let me turn this thing on, turn on the lights, and let's test it out. I wonder if we can do like donuts or like drift, something crazy like that. Oh, look at this. Not bad, but I think we need some more speed. So let me step on it and come on. Oh no. Most of the power is coming from the rear. The wheels just keep spinning and it does not have any traction. So it is pretty fun actually. I think I'm gonna go return this to my friend's house because I am done testing the Corvette out. But my friend lives all the way right here in the corner. So let's quickly drop off his Corvette at his house. And he told me to leave it in his garage, and I am losing control. So let me pull into his driveway and let me actually open up his garage. Yo, this is a really nice garage. Look at this. Pretty fancy. All right, so let me turn on the Corvette and let me just quickly pull in here. Let me just turn off the lights because there is enough lighting in here. So I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna park it just like so. And before I do leave, I gotta close the doors just like so. And I'm gonna quickly call an Uber back to the camping spot. So in 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, everyone. I am now back. He ended up dropping me off to this location, but that is fine. That just means we have to walk all the way to our camper, and as you guys can see, it is getting dark by the minute, so we have to hurry up. And oh, I forgot how slippery this thing is. Oh no, I almost ended up tripping right there, or I guess slipping in this case. And it looks like I left my TRX turned on, so I'm gonna quickly hop in this thing and then turn it off because I am not using it right now. So there we go. Let me turn this thing on and let me turn off the lights and let me put this in park just like so. And since the sun is going down, let's do a quick time lapse in the snow. Alrighty, everyone, it looks like it is now nighttime, which means we can go inside our camper and get how did I do this? And get a good night's sleep. But before I do, let me grab a soda. Oh, there we go. And let me actually head into bed so I can get a good night rest because today was a long day. So I'm going to quickly fall asleep and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Oh, my back is aching. Let's see how it looks to end. Oh my goodness, it stopped snowing. Wait, hold on, let me close this. And it is super bright. Oh my goodness, I need to go home and take a shower. But let's start making our way back home because I have to take a shower and I have to go to work in the afternoon. So let's make wait, where do I live? I think it's on this side of the road, and then there should be a dirt road around here, and then we're gonna make a left turn. Oh yeah, it's right here. All right, let's step on it. 100, 120, come on, 130, let's say 130. And okay, we hit 130 for like 1 second. Anyways, let me make a right turn right here, and we are now back home sweet home. Let me just get my thing parked right in front of my driveway, just like so. And we are now back home. I'm gonna get in the shower, but before I do, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. I just finished doing it and cleaning all of the dishes, but look at that. What a beautiful day. Let's actually go and walk outside. What, everyone, welcome back to another video. And hold on, let me close my door because I think in the last video I might have left it open. But anyways, look how beautiful it is today. I think it is so amazing that we're gonna go on a fun little trip, not camping, but on a fun little trip. Because if we take a look in this garage, look what my friend was able to let me borrow. An ATV. Look, it's even got some brand new off-roading tires. This is super cool. Oh, and we will also take a boat into the sea because some of the ice has melted, so it's going to be an amazing and fun video. Make sure you guys stick along, and if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So we have the ATV right here. Let me quickly hop in this thing. Let me turn this thing on, and look at this. Before we actually take this to the location where we're gonna be having fun for today, we gotta go and pick up some ramps so we can throw it in the back of our T-Rex. So let me quickly close my garage, just like wait, hold on, there we go. So let me quickly hop in my T-Rex, turn this bad boy on, just like so, and let's make our way to the store so we can pick up some ramps. I believe this store should be located right here, so let's make a left turn right here and let's step on it because I want to make sure I have fun throughout the entire day and we managed to get back home in time. So let me turn to the left, and the reason I'm saying this is because once it starts to get night, it gets way more difficult to see, and I'm not trying to do all of that. So let's make a left, no, I mean a right turn right here, and then a left turn right here, and here we are at the RP2 store. So let's go inside. I believe they should have ramps in here. Oh, here they are. So they have 12 kg ramps, or we can get the 1.5, which we are going to get because these are actually the perfect size for the ATV. So let me quickly hop right back in, just like so. Let me turn on this thing and let's start making our way back home so we can get the ATV loaded in the back of our bed. But I am so excited that spring is coming because I'm going to be very honest, I am very tired of the snow. I feel like I can't have as much as fun as I can with all the snow on the road. It's very dangerous for sure. But let me turn into my driveway and we are now back home. So I'm gonna quickly do a little U-turn just around my ATV, and let me carefully back this up just a little bit. Now we can actually open the trunk, well, I guess the tailgate, and then we can place our ramp. So I think I'm gonna place one right there, and I'm gonna place the second one right there. I think that should be good. Yeah, I think this should be good. All right, let me hop in the ATV. I'm gonna turn this thing on and let's try to get it on the back of our T-Rex. So let me carefully do this, and I think that might be good. Is that perfect? Maybe let me get a little bit closer. Okay, now it's perfect. All right, let me turn this thing off and let me remove the ramps just like so, and let's put up the tailgate, and look at that, dude. That is a perfect fit. It looks super nice. Alrighty, next up on our task is to head over to the shop, which is right here, and pick up our boat that we're gonna be using today. So let's start making our way over there. The sun is going up pretty fast. It looks like it is now 10 a.m. So let me make a left turn right here and let's step on it and go super fast. Let's see how fast we can go. 129 miles per hour. This thing is super quick because we even have an ATV in the back of our truck. So let me turn right here. Oh, I almost hit the stop sign. I kind of got scared. But we should have the boat store or something like that. I think it's actually called the aquatics store, but let's actually see what it is called. So we have the store right on our left. So let's pull into the center, and it is called APM Aquatics. Oh, okay. I thought it was called Aquatics Center or store or something like that. But look, we have the boats right here. Look at that. So this is the boat that we are going to be renting today, not buying, because I'm kind of low on money. We just purchased that T-Rex and this thing is really expensive. They also have some weird color skis or something like that, and they also have this one if you're just like by yourself like me. Anyways, let's get our T-Rex connected to our boat. So let me get this thing turned around and connected. All right, we're gonna get this connected on the first try, and look at that. Alrighty, next up we can finally start having our fun. So let me actually pull up to the campsite that we're gonna be having fun now. I think I ended up camping here one time. I think it was like 2 months ago, so it's been quite a time that it's passed, but I think I just missed I think I just missed it. Hold on, let me turn around. Gonna do a little bit of off-roading, and here it is. First off, we're gonna end up dropping the boat off, so let me turn around and back up into kind of like where we drop off the boats. So let me carefully do this. I'm not sure how far I'm supposed to go in. I think that should be good, honestly. So let me quickly hop out and disconnect this just like so, and let me hop back in, and now we can have fun with the ATV. I think we're gonna have some fun right around here. I'm thinking about parking my car right here and then unloading the ATV because I want to go into the mud. Look at this mud. It is so, well, actually it's not that deep, but it looks very, very nasty. But let me pull the ramps again. So one goes right there and the second one goes right there. All right, we can now hop in, turn this thing on, and let's carefully unload this. And there we go. So let's do this little track. This thing looks pretty fun, so let's do this. I think it should be pretty easy. I think I spoke too soon. All right, let me try this again. Come on, you can do it. All right. It is pretty rough. It kind of has a little bit of trouble going through the rocks just like so. And come on. Yes, we're halfway done with the track. We get a turn right here. Oh, we kind of drifted. And then let's continue going. We are almost done with the track. I feel like it's getting way harder. Come on. Oh, this is super hard. Hold on, let me actually try this in first person. Ooh, this looks nice. All right, where do we go next? Right here, I see my truck in the distance. We are now finished with this mud run. Oh, look at my ATV. Look at this thing. It is so freaking dirty. Oh my goodness. We might have to take this to the car wash, but I think we can now go on the boat. So let me hop into my ATV and let's go on the boat because we are now done having fun with the ATV. So let me actually park this thing right here. We're gonna give it its own parking spot. It looks pretty adorable. So we have our boat right here. We're gonna take off the straps. Gonna get a little bit wet, so let me take off the straps just like so, and let's turn this thing on. All right, let me turn it. Is this thing stuck? And there we go. We are now driving the boat. Look at this, dude. This is so freaking cool. We can now use the boats in the water. I am having so much fun, but this thing is pretty rusty. It hasn't been used for several months now, and what just happened? Do you guys smell that? It smells burnt. Is it coming from the engine? What the heck? Don't tell me this thing broke down in the middle of the ocean. I might have to call the police. I don't know what to do. Let me try to turn this thing on again. I don't know why it's not working. Hold on. Oh, there we go. It's not working. All right, I'm gonna try to go back to the pier so we can get this thing delivered to the No. What are you doing? Oh no, it's sinking. Oh my goodness. This thing is broken. I'm not sure what to do. My car is all the way across the water. I think I'm gonna try to turn this on one more time and drive this back to the pier. So here goes nothing. In 3, 2, and 1. And it's working. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna try to get as close as I can to the pier, and then no. Come on. No. Oh no. Look how close I was. Dude, I was so close. I think I have to get in the water and push this all the way back to the pier. This thing is not that heavy, actually. This is pretty easy, but oh my goodness, I am getting so dirty right now. I know this looks weird, but it's working. All right, we are now super close to getting it back. No, don't go that way. We are so close to getting it back on the trailer. All right, so let me carefully push this. And is it almost done? Oh, it is so close. Look at that. We are so close. Okay, one final push. Come on. I think I just gotta put on the straps. Oh, it's not placed correctly. Hold on. I think I have to put it more towards the right. You guys, this is not working. Wait a minute. Will that work? It is now back on the trailer. Oh my goodness. Dude, I just got super lucky right now. Okay, I have one more thing to do, and that is to get my TRX and get it connected to the back of the boat because I am done with that. Dude, that was a super scary thing. But I'm gonna get back in the ATV and drive back to the TRX. So I think first what I'm going to do is, actually, you know what? My ramps are already down, so I I don't have to put it again. So let me hop back in and let me get this thing on top of the ramps just like so. And let me turn it off and let's hop out. Now we can take off the ramps 1 and 2 and pull up the tailgate just like so. So let me get back in my truck and let me quickly back up and get the trailer connected to the back of my TRX, my awesome truck. So let me carefully do this. I'm gonna try not to damage my truck, and look at that. I'm gonna hop out just to make sure everything is good and tight, safe and secure, and everything looks very nice. Actually, let me just throw the ramps in the back of the TRX just like so, and we can now make our way. Wait a minute, why is my light on? There we go. And now we can make our way to the aquatics because we're gonna go and drop this off. This thing is now broken, but we're not gonna tell them because they're gonna charge me a lot of money, and honestly it is not my fault. So I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna back up so we can drop this thing off. Hold on, let me readjust myself. This thing is super crooked. All right, I think that is going to be perfect right here. All right, I'm gonna hop out, quickly disconnect this. I think the sun is going down. I'm not sure. Wait a minute, what time is it? Okay, so it looks like it's going to be 6 p.m. or even 7. Yeah, it looks like it's 7 actually. I'm gonna hop into my TRX and I'm gonna start driving back home because it is getting pretty late. So I'm gonna step on it and I'm gonna meet you guys over there. Oh my goodness, we are now back home, sweet home. I'm gonna quickly unload this ATV from my truck. So let me open up the tailgate and open up my garage. Let me quickly grab the ramps as well. Here we go. So let's place one right there and the second one oops, right there. Okay, for a second I thought I had messed up, but let me get this thing unloaded and let's throw it in the back of our garage just like so. And look at that, we are now back and it is completely clean, like brand new. My friend is never gonna know. Wait, unless you guys tell them, which you guys shouldn't. It's going to be our secret. But let me pull up my ramps, pull up my tailgate, and let me park my TRX in my driveway. Hold on, let me just quickly fix myself. I don't like when I'm too crooked, it looks bad, but there we go. Now let me just quickly throw on the ramps in the back and close this garage. Oh my goodness, you guys, I am so exhausted. And look at the sunset, it is going down so fast. It looks so nice. But if you guys did enjoy this little trip, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What's up everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be playing APM, American Plane to Money. You guys know that you guys love this game, so we are back with a new video, and today we're going to be taking the TRX because we have to save 2 cars from our car crash using the brand new flatbed that they just added today. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. So we have the TRX right here. It is looking so good. For a second I thought I had my TRX colored blue. Yeah, I don't know why it is orange, but that is fine. We're gonna be taking this thing, or you know what, I think I can change the color right here because I believe I had this. Oh, whoa, this thing looks nice black, but we're not gonna do black. Yeah, I think it was blue. Yeah, let me do that. And before we head out, let me actually close the garage. There we go, we closed the garage, and it looks like it is morning right now. We only have till the afternoon to do this, so we gotta be fast. So let me get in my TRX just like so. Let me turn this thing on and let's start making our way over to the mechanic shop, because the mechanic shop, which is right here, is going to have the brand new semi with a flatbed, and we're gonna be able to take it so we can save this massive car crash. Apparently there was a truck involved and the truck ended up flipping over multiple times, which sounds pretty crazy. But as you guys can hear, this thing sounds so amazing. I might go in first person because look at this. Wait, let me make sure the road is clear before I take off. All right, let me turn right here and look at this. Oh my goodness, this thing is so crazy. And this thing is so crazy that I ended up missing the road I had to take a turn in, but that is fine. Let's take a turn right on this road. Let me turn on my blinkers. Let's make a turn, and then we have the mechanic shop right down here. So let me find some parking. I think, you know what, let me just park it right up front. I think this should be a nice spot. You can see my hands twisting the steering wheel. That is pretty cool. But let me carefully do this. Let me back up, and I think that should be good. Let me check the back. Actually, you know what, I can get a little bit closer, so I think now that should be fine. Let me turn off the truck and look at that. Oh my god, this truck is such a beauty. But anyways, we are now at the mechanic shop, or Tenny, I think that's what it's called. There's a sign up here that says Tenny, so we are Tenny. Let's see, where is the semi? Oh, it's right there. I see it. Hold on, let me open this right here, and would you take a look at this? Oh my goodness, dude, this thing is so long. Wait, can I hop on? Oh, look at that. Is this a chain? Oh, that is pretty sick. Yo, we gotta check this out. So let me get in right here. Let's turn it on and let's pull out this bad boy. boy. And before we actually take off, let's close the garage. So let me try to reach for the top. I cannot. I'm too short. All right, so it looks like I cannot close the garage. I am too short. Actually, you know what? No, never mind. I was gonna try to get on the flatbed and then try to close the garage, but I don't think that's gonna work. Anyways, let's start making our way over to the crash site, which is going to be located right around right here around this bridge. So let me turn this thing on, and let me turn on the beacons as well. And let's see, the amber. Yeah, let's do amber. And I think we are now ready to go. Look at that. We've got all the lights turned on, and I don't think I've made a video with this semi. I mean, if I have, I probably forgot, to be honest. But this thing is pretty nice. I've never seen a semi with a flatbed. This is actually my first time. I mean, if you guys have seen one, let me know in the comments in real life, because I've never seen a semi with an actual flatbed. But let me check the map. Just got to make sure we are going the right way, and it looks like we are. So we're gonna step on it and drive all the way to the bridge so we can check out this incident, so we can save them. I wonder how bad it is. So this is the gas station right here, which means we are very close. There should be a dirt road down here. So let me turn on my blinkers and let's make a right turn just like so. And there should be a bridge down here, and it's kind of blurry. I think there is a car crash. Let's see how bad this is. And oh my goodness, this is really bad. Actually, the whole front of this Camaro is destroyed. Look at the suspension. And then we have a Ford right here that just completely flipped over. This is super bad. We gotta turn around the semi so we can start pulling these cars. Yeah, this is super bad. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, let me get in the semi and let's flip this thing over so we can start pulling these cars. All right, so I'm gonna finish turning around. Let me just back up just like so. And I think our first goal is to, what should we do first? Should we try to flip over the Ford? I think we should try to do that. Let's see. Let me see if this works. I'm gonna park this thing right here, and then I think there should be a winch right here. Yeah, there's a winch right here. And then let me see if I can connect it to the Ford. And let's see. Nope, hold on. Let's see. Attach. All right, so we got this thing attached. We've got the chains, everything locked in, and let's see if this can work. So let me try to pull this thing. Okay, so it is getting pulled. I think I'm making things worse. All right, let me disconnect this because this is not good. Let me actually try to pull the Dodge. See, let me try to pull this thing. Oh, this thing can barely move. Oh, this thing is super stuck. That is really bad. Look at the frames. Oh my goodness, we accidentally flipped it over. Well, not accidentally. Yeah, never mind. It was accidental. But look at that. We got the Ford standing up, and then we moved the Dodge out of the way. I think I'm gonna try to move the Ford a little bit back so we can get it on top of the flatbed. So let me just align myself just like so. All right, let me hop out, and then let's see. This is actually where we play with the functions. Oh, it turns this. Okay, I see. So if we go over here, you guys can see the lights are off, but if we click it on, the lights are now turned on. That's pretty cool, but it is currently not nice. So let me turn them back off, and I'm gonna raise the bed just like so, a little bit more, and I think that should be good right there. And now let's extend it so we can get it on the ground a little bit more, and I think that is going to be good right here. You know what, a little bit more. Okay, there we go. All right, let me get in the truck right here, the Ford. Let me turn this thing back on, and let's carefully place it on top of the bed just like so. I'm gonna turn off the engine, and I'm gonna keep the emergency lights on just like so, and I think we can raise this back up. So let me start lowering this. Look at that. That is pretty sick. And then I think we gotta retract it. Kind of looks funny. Whoa, that's a lot. All right, the truck looks different. Hold on, let me try to fix this. All right, there you go. Quickly had to fix that. For some reason it was kind of glitching, but I think we now gotta use this. But before we do, let me actually get the Camaro behind the flatbed, and I'm still laughing because look at the suspension on this thing. This thing had crashed so hard to the point where it completely messed it up. We're gonna have to fix it when we get back to the mechanic shop, but for now let me extend the stinger. Oh, look at that. And I think we lower this. Yeah, I think that should be good right there. And let me see, can I connect this? Let me try to connect this. Yeah, I'm not sure how to connect this. I'm gonna place it right here. Oh, that's how you do it. I forgot to press brake on my semi. Hold on, let me try to put the brakes on. Yeah, I don't know why it's getting pushed. So let me retract it a little bit, and I think we are now ready to go. And for some reason my semi keeps moving. It's a little bit odd. All right, I'm gonna turn my semi back on, and let's start making our way all the way to the mechanic shop. To be honest, I thought this job was going to be a little bit more difficult, but so far it's been fairly easy. But I think what kind of surprised me was when we ended up flipping the truck back over, because I ended up doing it on accident. But as you guys can see, we got everything. We got the Ford on the flatbed, and then we've got the Dodge, or no, I think this is a Camaro on top of the Stinger. Quite the setup we've got going on, and I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty heavy carrying all of this. But anyways, let's make a left turn right here. That was not the best right turn. But as you guys can see, we are now back at the mechanic shop. We have another job of unloading every single thing back into the mechanic shop. And before I start unloading all of this, I'm gonna open one of the garages. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna open both garages. So let me open this one up, and then let me open this one as well, so we can throw in the Camaro and the Ford truck in there so they can get this fixed. And oh my goodness, look at my truck. It looks so good. And why is my semi moving? All right, so let me hop in my semi and let me carefully back into the garage. This is gonna be more difficult than I thought. All right, let me try to back into the mechanic shop just like so, and let's try to disconnect it from the Stinger just like so. Let me just pull this back right here. I'm gonna park it right back here. I'll turn the engine off, and then let me fold the Stinger back. Whoops. Alrighty, everyone, I ended up fixing the Stinger back to its normal position, and now we just gotta load the Ford truck in the second garage. So let me fix myself and back into the second one. So I think I'm gonna park it right here just like so, and let me go towards the controls and let me start lowering the bed. All right, first I think we have to raise it, and then I think we have to extend it. What is happening to my semi? And all right, cool. Now we just gotta hop in, roll this thing, and park it right down here. Awesome. Look at that. We've got the Ford truck that is completely destroyed, and the Camaro that is also completely destroyed from the suspension, successfully delivered. Let me just pull this back. Hold on, where is it? Oh, no, that is not good. All right, so let me retract my bed. Let me lower this, and then let me retract it just like so, and then we are almost done with this job, and I think that should be good. Look at that. Perfect. Like completely normal. Let me just close this thing back down. Wait, hold on. This thing is not working. Okay, there we go. Everyone say goodbye to the Ford and to the Camaro. And we have one last job, and that is to park our semi back where we got it from. So let me align myself because I feel like I am very crooked, and let's back into the garage. And there we go. We are now parked in the garage. Let me put this in park, turn it off, and then let's also turn off our beacon and then our amber. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Off. Awesome. Look at that. Now I just gotta try to close this. Awesome. Finally, I tried to close it earlier today, but it was not working. And let's go inside of Tenny's and let's see if we can talk to anyone. Why is there two doors right here? That's a weird layout. Anyways, let's see. Oh, hello, good sir. I kind of left a couple cars in the mechanic shop. Can you guys fix them? Oh, yes. Awesome. Talk to my manager. He'll pay for them. All right, bye. I don't know why that was a little bit awkward. But anyways, let's hop into our TRX, this complete monster. Oh, yeah, look at this. We are so back. And we can finally head back home, which, with the power of editing, I'll catch you guys over there in 3, 2, and 1. Home sweet home. Alrighty, everyone. It looks like we are now back. Let me just park in my driveway, just like so. And we are now done. Let me actually check what time is it. And okay, it looks like we are 1 hour away from the sunset, which means we managed to complete this job just in time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. But for now, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. So today there's been a new massive update in APM. So if we actually start off with the TRX, you can actually add, there's gonna be some new attachments we're gonna be checking out right now. So let me actually go to customization, and then if we go to right here, attachments, there is going to be racks right here that have been added to APM. Look at that, dude. That looks pretty sick. Hold on. And pretty much you can put an ATV on top of the racks. So I think we gotta go and get some ramps. So let me actually go get some ramps. Yeah, you know what? Let's take the TRX over there. So there has been a new update today. Like I said, it's gonna be a super short video on what the update is on today. So let me go inside. Let's see, which ramps do we buy? I think it's these. I think it's these ones. Hold on, let me just grab both just in case. All right, there we go. All right, so we have both ramps. I don't know which one is gonna work. I think both of them work, honestly. Wait, is this? I think that is way too steep. All right, you know what? Let me take that off. I think these are gonna work. I'm gonna put these right here. There we go. And let me spawn one of the ATVs. There's also been a bunch of like they've kind of been remodeled, so they have new sounds, a new, more of an update design, which I feel like, actually I think they changed the doors. I don't remember the doors looking like that, but yeah, it looks pretty nice. It looks good. Let's give this, it looks very nice. Actually, hold on, I think the suspension is upgraded, because look at the suspension. Oh my goodness, it's pretty responsive. All right, so let me actually put an ATV on top of the TRX. This is going to look pretty insane, so let me carefully do this. All right, and wait, is that good? Oh, that looks super sick. Holy moly, look at that. We've got an ATV on top of the TRX. Yo, this update is a W. All right, so we can just take off the ramps and we can throw the ramps on the back of the TRX just like so. And look at that. All right, let's give this a test. Let's see how this thing performs. Right now, I'm currently in 4 all-wheel drive. So yeah, this thing is pretty heavy. Oh, look at that. Yeah, this thing is super heavy. Oh, no. Oh, you guys have to be... I think I have to stiffen up the suspension on this thing because this thing is kind of squatting. So let me quickly fix the suspension, and then I think we gotta make it a little bit tougher, and then we gotta make this tough as well. I think that should be good. All right, apply changes. All right, the suspension should be a little bit more tougher. Oh, never mind. All right, let me just drop this. All right, there we go. I think it should be good now. Now my ATV is all crooked. Oh my goodness. And now for the last thing, also apparently do wheelies. So I'm not sure if you can do wheelies on this thing. Let's check. Let me see. How can we do wheelies? Windshield. Oh, we can also turn the windshield off. Look at that. Yo, that is sick. Holy moly. Dude, I'm gonna get so dirty if I take this mudding. All right, let me close this again. Awesome. All right, so I don't know if you can do wheelies on this thing. Hold on, let me try this out. Oh my god, we can do wheelies. All right, hold on, let me do this one more time. We need a straightaway. All right, let me do a wheelie on this road right here. So in 3, 2, and 1, let's see if we can do a wheelie. Come on, wheelie. Look at that. Oh my goodness, we can do a wheelie. Wait, is this the only ATV that can do it? All right, let's try it. Wait, I wonder if I can do it on this. All right, we're gonna try to do a wheelie on this thing. Let's see if it works. All right, and it looks like the wheelie does not work on this. All right, so it doesn't work on this. And the way you do a wheelie on PC, that's what I'm currently on, is by clicking shift. But if you are on a console, it's gonna be the left thumbstick, or if you are on mobile, there's gonna be a button for it. So that is how you do it. Let me try this one more time with this ATV right here. Let's try it with this ATV. I'm gonna see if we can do a wheelie in 3, 2, and no, it looks like this thing cannot do a wheelie. All right, so it looks like the only one that can do a wheelie might be this one right here. Well, let me actually check this one as well, because I feel like this could do a wheelie. I don't know, it would be crazy. I don't think so. Never mind. So let me see if I can do a wheelie on this thing. And no, this thing cannot do a wheelie. So I think I might be right, because we have this one to test, and I don't think this one can do a wheelie. All right, let me see. And no, this thing can. All right, so it looks like only one ATV can do a wheelie, which is going to be right here. So let me do that, and let me actually put it back on the back of my TRX. So let me grab my ramps. So it's gonna be right here in the back, and let's see. Let me place one right there and right there. All right, cool. But so far this update has been pretty massive. It's honestly my second favorite update so far of the year. I think the first one must have been the semi with a flatbed. That update was also a huge W. But let me get this thing on the back of the ramps, and I think, is that good? Okay, I'm trying to make it perfect. All right, there we go. All right, let me take off the ramps, and let me see if there's anything else that I missed. I think I might have missed some new attachments. So let me check the TRX. I feel like I missed something. So let me take this attachment off. How do I do this? All right, take this off, and I think we can add. Okay, so okay, I think you can now add the headache racks. I think this is what you can do now. I don't think you could do this previously. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna keep my roll bars on because that looks pretty sick. So this is going to be the overall update. There's also been some minor bugs fixes that they ended up fixing, and let me know what you guys think about this update. This was a very short video, but if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Car does not. Oh. Yeah, well, there it goes. What up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and look at that. What a beautiful morning in Southern Mudding, and we are back with another video because today we're gonna be saving another car crash. I don't know what is up with all these car crashes, but we're gonna be saving this car crash today, and we're also gonna be using a new tow truck that I didn't know that Southern Mudding had. So if you guys are excited, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get into it. And as you guys can see, we are in our new farm. You guys know that I love this farm. It is so huge and massive, and for some reason my house is white. So let me quickly change the color. I like my house to be dark gray. There we go. And let me hop into the Corvette. We're gonna be taking the Corvette today. Hold on, I cannot hear this thing. I had to raise the volume. Alrighty, let's start driving to the location. I believe it is heading towards the car crash ended up happening near the new track. So we're gonna go see right now what the mess is kind of looking like right now. I'm pretty nervous to see what has happened. So let's quickly make our way over there. Thankfully there's not any traffic. I don't know where everyone is. This town has turned into a ghost town. Where is everyone? What the heck? Even the trailer store looks empty. But anyways, let's continue making our way over there. You guys know that in Southern Mudding, the days oh no. Yeah, just ignore that. But like how I was saying, you guys know that the days in this game go pretty fast. And okay, I'm just gonna kind of quickly run through it because it's kind of an emergency, so we don't have too much time. You guys know the sun goes down pretty fast. And wait a minute, is this actually actually the car crash? Oh my goodness, this is very bad. Oh my goodness, no, this is a Shelby GT. Oh, actually, hold on, let me turn on my emergency lights on. There we go. And oh my goodness, this is a Mustang GT500. It's gotta be because it's got the special edition decal. It looks like this truck might have ran the stop sign and ended up colliding with this Mustang. Oh my goodness, this is super bad. I think we're gonna have to go get that new tow truck for sure. I mean, at least the bike is safe. All right, so let me hop right back in my C8. Let me turn this thing on. Let me turn off the emergency lights, and let's go and quickly pick up this tow truck, because it looks like we're gonna have quite the job to do today. But we are going to have our tow truck right around the trailer store. I think it should be in the back. We're gonna go and pick it up right now. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but it kind of looks like the one in APM, so you guys are gonna be able to recognize it for sure. But we are now here at the trailer store. Let me pull in, and then we're gonna pull into the parking lot. I don't see the tow truck. I actually don't know where the tow truck is. You know what, let me actually go inside and talk to the manager, because I told him that I was going to borrow a tow truck. So hello sir, where is the tow truck? It's in the back. All right, okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll check in the back right now. Alrighty, you guys, so apparently he told me it is in the back, but I don't think I saw anything in the back. But let's go check right now. Maybe it is there and I'm blind, but oh, look at that, the tow truck is back here. Oh my goodness, how did we miss this? There's no way that I missed this. But anyways, at least we got it right now. Let me hop in. This thing started up. All right, let me just turn off the emergency lights off, and let me turn on the beacons, because this is an emergency. So let's make our right turn right here. I don't think I have to check because the city is pretty empty, so there is no cars today. But as you guys can see, this is the new tow truck that they have in Southern Mudding. I don't know if it's actually really new, but it's new to me, and it looks pretty similar to the one in APM. But let's make a quick stop right here. All right, road is clear. Let's continue going. Alrighty, and we have the accident right here. I think our goal is to pick up the Mustang first, so let me go right behind it, and we're gonna try to pull this thing. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Let me just adjust myself, and hold on, first I gotta put down the bed. So let me turn this and let me move it. Look at that. Let me actually, I don't know what is going on. There seems to be no winch. I might have to just back up a little bit and try to pull the Mustang into reverse. Let me see if this works. I'm gonna back up a little bit, and then why is it raining? This is not good. All right, so let me hop into the Mustang, and dude, I can barely move this thing. This thing is completely wrecked from the front bumper. All right, it looks like it is getting nice, so let me quickly turn on my lights, and let me back up a little bit, and I think that no, let me do this again. And there we go, we have the Mustang on top of the bed. Let me just put this down just like so, and let's make our way back to the main city so we can drop this off at the mechanic shop, because they gotta get this thing completely fixed. So let's start making our way over there. But oh my goodness, I cannot believe this super rare Mustang ended up getting completely destroyed. Hopefully he does have insurance, because if not, then it's going to be a super expensive fix. But you know, I'm guessing he has money, because this thing is not cheap as well. This thing is over $100,000. Alrighty, we are now crossing the bridge. We are now back in the city, so let me make a left turn right here and then pull into the plaza so we can get this thing into the shop. But before I actually do that, let me actually open up one of these garages just like so, and let me turn it around so we can drop it off. So I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna do a quick 3-point turn, and I'm gonna get this thing unloaded into the shop. So let me carefully do this, and I think that is going to be good. So let me raise it and then just quickly drop it just like so, and hopefully it does not glitch, because every time when I take cars off the bed it glitches. So let me actually see, and okay, awesome, it is not glitching anymore. And look how shiny this thing is. This thing is very shiny. Kind of sucks that he ended up crashing this thing, but you know, it's kind of a Mustang thing. But anyways, let me get this thing raised and drop just like so. And before we leave, we gotta make sure we close the garage door just like so, and we can now make our way back so we can save the other truck with the trailer. So let me hop right back in, and let's start making our way back to the location. You know what, you guys, I'm gonna quickly take a nap in my car because it is nighttime and I'm very tired. So I'm gonna go and sit in the passenger, and I'm gonna take a nap until it's morning. So I'll catch you guys then. That was probably one of the worst sleeps I have ever had in my life, but it is now the next day, the morning, which means continue with our journey. Let me just turn on this car and my beacon lights. Oh no freaking way, it is now thundering. Dude, I think I have the worst luck in Southern Mudding. Let me know in the comments if I have the worst luck in Southern Mudding, but that will not stop us from rescuing this truck. Oh my goodness, it's thundering very bad actually. This is pretty scary, but I don't know how I am going to do do this? You know what? Maybe they can fit. Actually, you know what? It does not fit on the back of the bed. Only the truck does. Let's think. You know what? I think we have to get another tow truck and switch it out with this flatbed because this will not be able to take both of them at the same time. So let's quickly run back to the trailer store and I'll meet you guys over there. Alrighty, everyone. We are now back in the main city. Let me just quickly turn right here, do a little drift, and let's get a tow truck. So I'm gonna park this thing right here and I'm gonna turn off the beacons just like so, and we're gonna go and get the tow truck. Alrighty, everyone. It looks like we have the tow truck right here. Look at this thing. This should be able to get the job done. Let me turn on the lights and let me turn on the beacons. Awesome. All right, let's start making our way back to the location. Alrighty, everyone. We are now back at the scene. We're gonna get in front of this truck. I think this is a Chevy. It might be one of the new Chevys. I think last time I said it was a Tacoma and I was completely wrong, but let's start lowering this and then let's unfold it just like so. We're gonna make sure it hits the ground and let's quickly back into this. Let's see, first try. Can we get it? Oh, we cannot tow it. What the heck? There is no way. Wait a minute. What if I do this? I'm gonna try to disconnect it. Maybe that works. Let's see. Let me quickly hop into my tow truck before this thing connects again. And there we go. We got both of them. There's no way. We got the truck. Oh my goodness. And the trailer. Oh my goodness. But I think it kind of glitched. So, I mean, it's going to do the job fine for now. So let me hop in and I'm going to quickly do a turn right here. Wait, hold on. Let me also raise this. Forgot to raise this. All right, there. Actually, you know what? It's not that bad. It does look very funny, but I mean, it's getting the job done. All right, let's start making our way back into the main city. Well, I guess technically we got to go back to the mechanic shop so we can drop off these vehicles. And it looks like as completely clear. It is no longer raining or thundering. So let's cross our fingers and hope that it does not rain anymore. But as you guys can see, we're almost to the city, and if you guys have been enjoying this insane mission, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. It means so much to me. And let's continue with the video. Oh no. Alrighty, everyone, it looks like we are now back in town. Let me quickly drift right here, and then my plan is to drop this thing at the back because, or you know what, I don't think I can reverse, so I'm gonna drop this in the back so they can take care of this later because it is not gonna fit in the parking spot. So I'm gonna lower my boom and quickly disconnect this thing from our tow truck. So let me quickly do this, disconnect. Hopefully my car does not. Oh yeah, well, there it goes. Yo, that's probably the funniest thing ever. Yo, where does this land? Hold on, I gotta check this out. I want to see where it landed. And oh my goodness, look where it landed. Wait a minute, is this thing floating on the water? Yo, that is crazy. It's kind of whoa, that was weird. It's kind of floating in the water. I mean, if the developers of the game are watching this, yeah, there's a little bug in your game where your cars float in the ocean. Look at that. Or I guess in this case, it is a small lake or something like that. But I think our job is done. We can start making our way back home. Thankfully, we just gotta go straight because this is actually one of the roads that leads to our house, where I guess our farmhouse, our multi-million-dollar farmhouse. But as you guys can see, this is where we live right here. Let me make sure the road is clear and let me quickly drift and let me get this thing backed up. I think what I'm going to do is open the garage and put in the car because I'm afraid that it's going to rain again and I don't want my Corvette to get all dirty because this thing is all clean and I don't want to pay for another car wash right now. But let me close that just like so, and mission success. I think that was a really good job. We got paid and we rescued both cars. Well, kind of. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. It means so much to me, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another APM video, and as you guys can see, the sun is super bright today on this early morning of 8 p.m. But in today's video, we're gonna be taking this brand new ATV they added in American Plains Muddy, and we're gonna be taking this TRX as well because today we're gonna go to the most dangerous camping spots in APM. So if you guys are excited and kind of nervous, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and let's begin. So we're gonna take the TRX, and since I don't have some racks in the back to put the ATV, we're gonna go and make our way to the mechanic shop so we can put the racks on and then pick up the ATV. So let's start making our way over there. We don't have too much time today because the sun is going up pretty fast, so I want to make sure I do this before the afternoon because it is going to be so much harder to do this at night. So I'd rather do this during the daytime. So let's make our left turn right here. Oh, that was a really sharp turn. And then we're gonna make our right turn right here. So let me just turn on my blinkers and then we should should have the mechanic shop right down here. Let's see, where is the mechanic shop? Oh, the mechanic shop is right down here. All right, nice. Let's pull in and let's see, where should we enter? Let's enter with this one. Let me open up the garage door just like so, and let's pull inside and let's put some racks so we can grab this ATV and take it to the camping spot. So that's the wrong one. And attachments, let's see, where is the rack? So we have toolboxes, DOT attachment, mud flaps. We have so many things, but oh, here it is. There's this one which does not, I'm not a fan of this one. I feel like it's too hard to put the ATV on, but there's also this one which I like a lot. So let's go ahead and apply this rack on top of our TRX, and let's go and back up so we can start making our way back home and grab this ATV. So we have this thing loaded up on the TRX, the racks of course. Actually, before we go to our trip, let's put some gas because I do not want to be stuck in the middle of the woods. So let's quickly fill up. Let's put some of the most expensive gas in here, and just like so, we are now filled up. All right, let's get out of here because the sun, let's see what's up. Oh my goodness, 30 minutes has passed. Yo, the sun is going pretty fast. Make a right turn right here, and then oh my goodness, oh no, don't flip over, don't flip over. I almost ended up flipping over. Dude, that could have been a complete disaster. And dude, I have barely driven in this video. Imagine having that much of a fail in the beginning. Oh my goodness, that would be such an embarrassing move by me. But anyways, what's new with me? Sometimes I could be so clumsy. Anyways, we have my house right here, so let me pull into my driveway just like so, and let's pick up the ATV. All right, let me park this right here. Let me turn on my lights. There we go. And wait, did I turn this thing off? I don't know if I turned this thing off. All right, now it should be off. All right, let me open up the tailgate. Where's the tailgate? Oh, right here. And then let me grab the ramps. All right, nice. Let me close this back up and let's start putting one ramp right here, and let's place the second ramp right here. Awesome. Alrighty, let me get on the ATV. Let me turn this bad boy on, and this thing is so fast. Apparently this thing has over 1000 cc, which honestly just sounds pretty fast. I don't know what that means, but anyways, wait a minute, does this thing fit on here? Oh wait, what the heck? Oh no. Yo, this thing does not fit up here. I think I need hold on. Yeah, this thing is way too small. Oh no, I think I have to put up the other racks. Yeah, I think I have to put the other rack because this one does not fit with my ATV. So let's go back to the mechanic shop, or you know what, I don't want to bore you guys, so I'm probably, oh whoops, I kind of hit my TV. I'm gonna quickly drive over there and I'll meet you guys over there. Alrighty everyone, we are now back at the mechanic shop. I told you guys I was not gonna take too long, but let's quickly open this up, and I have some racks right here. So let me quickly put this in the back of my TRX, and let's quickly switch out the racks. Alright, so let's remove this one and then let's place this one. Awesome. Alright, we're gonna go with this one. So let me back up, close up the garage, and I'm gonna drive back home. Alrighty everyone, we are now back home. Finally we can get this ATV on the back of the TRX. Let's check how we're doing on time, and it looks like it's about to be 10 a.m. So let's quickly open up the tailgate, and then let me hop in and grab the ramps. Oh wait, hold on, let's place that right here, and then let's place the second ramp right there. Awesome. Alright, now this should technically work. If it doesn't, then I just quit. Alright, so let's try this in 3 2 1, and yeah, that didn't work. Alright, let's try this again. And by the way, do you guys like the new color scheme I went with this ATV? I kind of went with this nice matte black with a nice white. Looks pretty cool in my opinion. Let me know if you guys like it. Alright, let's try this one more time. I'm gonna try to do this slowly, and I think we did it. Awesome, we did it. Look at that. We're kind of on the edge though. It's kind of scary. Alright, let me jump off and let me take off the ramps. Alright, let me put the ramps back, and I think that is going to be good. I think we are now ready to go to the most dangerous camping spot in APM. So let me turn off my emergency lights off, and then we can now make our way over there. We're gonna drive a little bit slow because typically when you have more weight on your truck, it tends to flip over more easily, and I do not want to flip over because take a look at this. So if I just move a little bit too hard, oh look at that, yeah, it is super wobbly, and I do not want to flip my brand new truck that I bought a couple weeks ago. It's not that old. So let's go through the stop. That was kind of dangerous, I'm not gonna lie. Thankfully there was no one here, and the campsite should be down to the left and all the way to the biggest mountain on the side. So yeah, this thing is serious. I am not playing. All right, let's make a right turn on this dirt road, and oh my goodness, look how wobbly my truck is. This is super dangerous. I've been driving a little bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie. And if you take a look at my ATV, this thing is hanging onto the edge. Look at the wheels. Yo, this is not safe at all. But I'm surprised that this thing is still on, but we should see the camper at any minute. Let's see. Oh my god, is that the camper right there on the hill? Oh my goodness, this is gonna be so hard to go on top. All right, let's go through this path right here. Oh no, there's a lot of mud right there. All right, let's not go through there. And this is why I took the TRX because this thing is a champion when it comes to off-roading. So let's go through all of this, and oh yeah, we're gonna need a lot of speed. So let me step on it, and oh my goodness, we did it. We freaking did it. Yo, that was crazy. I did not think I was gonna be able to go on the side of the hill, but look at this. We have one of the most dangerous camping spots in APM because it is at the edge of this cliff. Look at this. Yo, if I end up falling in the middle of the night, it is so game over for me. Look at this. We can see the entire APM landscape. Yo, this is crazy and super dangerous. Hopefully it does not start. Oh my goodness, look. Yo, look at this. Oh my goodness, dude, I'm scared. All right, hopefully it does not start raining because if it does, we are so cooked. But anyways, let me open up the RV. Let's check this place out. I'm gonna give you guys a tour. So this is the inside of the camper. It looks super nice. This is going to be kind of like a little closet. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use it. And then the bedroom should be right down there, but this is, wait, why is it dark? Why did it get so dark? Hold on, wait, what the heck is going on? Is there a light in here? I want to turn on the lights. Yo, this is kind of scaring me. Oh, there's a little nice place we could sit down and eat our food. Anyways, let's go look outside. Why is it so dark? Oh my goodness, it is pouring outside. Yo, this looks so ominous and scary. I wonder if there's any monsters down here. I do not want to be outside when it gets dark. Yo, this is freaking scary. Yo, let's take a look around. There really isn't anyone over here. We're like the only people over here. And honestly, I don't even want to use my ATV. It kind of feels like it's too dangerous to do this. But anyways, let's try this. Let me place one right there, and let me place another ramp right here. Oh, not there, right here. All right, let me hop in, and let me turn on the headlights, and let's give this a nice look. Let's see what's going on around here. Oh no, not there. That is dangerous. Let's see. If it gets too dangerous, we're just gonna go back to the camper and probably cook some breakfast or something. I don't know. I really love breakfast. Let me know if you guys love breakfast. But anyways, this is going to be, ooh, there's a little path. Where does this path actually take me to? Let's find out. Yo, this is pretty spooky. Yo, what? There's a secret campsite here? Oh no, I've been here. Never mind. I thought this was a secret campsite. But let's take a quick break. Let me go inside and get dry. Oh, it's pretty warm in here, surprisingly. But anyways, it's pretty dangerous to be here. So let's start making our way. Oh, turn on. Oh, there you go. Let's start making our way back to the campsite. Oh, wait, why is it still raining? That's weird. I don't know why it's still raining. Anyways, let's make our way back to the camper. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back to the camper. Let me get this thing loaded back on the TRX. So let me see. I gotta line myself straight. Careful. Yo, this is pretty difficult. Alright, there we go. Is that good? Okay, no, that's good. Alright, nice. Yo, that was actually pretty kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let me throw the ramps back on the TRX, the bed, of course. And then the sun is starting to go down, but with the power of editing, it's gonna become night in 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness, you guys. It is now nighttime. I can literally not see anything in the distance or really around me. So let me go inside. I can't even see my door. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's go inside, close this, and I'm gonna go and jump onto the bed because I'm gonna get some good night rest, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I think it's 8 p.m. Oh my goodness, look at the sun. It looks so beautiful looking through the windows. Alright, let's go and check outside. Let me close that. And it looks like it is the next day. It is morning. We survived one of the dangerous camping spots in APM. I think it's now time to start making our way back home. So I'm gonna hop in my TRX and I'm gonna catch you guys over there. Alrighty, everyone, we are now back home. Home sweet home. Let's get this TRX parked. I'm not gonna reverse right now because I am so dirty right now. I have to go inside and take a shower. So let's make our way back inside of our home. And wait a minute, did I not lock my door? What the hell? Anyways, this was a fantastic trip. Let me know what you guys think about this video, a W or an L. But if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys until the next one. Peace.